We at the ETF are pleased to announce that the new qualification framework for the Diploma in Teaching, FE and Skills will be operative from academic year 24-5. The Department for Education has now confirmed that qualifications created under the framework will be eligible to receive public funding. This means the Diploma in Education and Training is superseded from the 1st of September 2024 as the full teaching qualification for the FE and Skills sector. This short video is intended to give teacher trainers a brief introduction to the new qualification framework. The new qualification is called the Diploma in Teaching, FE and Skills, and replaces the Level 5 Diploma in Education and Training, or DET. It is important to note this is not simply an update, but rather an entirely new qualification. Importantly, it is mapped to the corresponding occupational standards for the learning and skills teacher, and therefore mirrors the Level 5 apprenticeship route to qualified FE teacher. This new qualification is to come in from September 2024, so all new programs from this date will be of this form. Continuing programs will be unaffected. The new qualification has been developed by a working group of FE ITE practitioners in response to feedback from the sector. It has been widely consulted upon, including with the main employer groups. Additionally, a reference group of practitioners and experts was used to gain additional input. DFE has confirmed that qualifications created under the framework will be eligible to receive public funding from September 24. The context for the rewrite was partly given in the government's skills white paper, which indicated quality concerns with current provision. Additionally, the Higher Technical Qualification, or HTQ review, requires all qualifications relating to a particular occupation to align with relevant approved occupational standards. Also, bearing in mind both feedback from the sector itself and Ofsted reports, amongst other things, greater emphasis was felt necessary on subject teaching, teaching practice itself, and the evidence base of teaching, and the support received on placement. And if COVID has taught us anything, it included how we need our teachers to have a good familiarity with remote delivery. So what's new? Firstly, there is now a larger core of 90 credits, consisting of these 5 units. Teaching my subject, which looks firstly at, do I know it all? And then, so how do I teach it? Learners and learning, which looks at who my learners are and their needs and expectations, leading on to how do they learn? Teachers and teaching, which starts by looking at the role of a teacher and then how do I perform it? The focus shifts with professional practice, which revolves around the placement, including the actual practice elements, alongside which comes educational technology, which examines how to utilize this area to support and develop learning. Awarding bodies are invited to develop their own option units to 30 credits to complete the package. The following diagram is intended to give a sense of the way in which delivery timing of the core units is envisioned. Units 1 to 3 starting before the other 2. The placement has been expanded to a minimum of 150 hours of teaching, but also now includes 100 hours of other duties, which covers such FE teacher activities as meetings, assessments, interviews, planning, open events, etc. This is to ensure a trained teacher is fully familiar with the range of an FE teacher's duties. The placement has also been broadened to cover 2 locations to give a fuller overview of approaches and methods, although where this is problematic, it could include a separate venue or subject area in the same provider. Also, 20 hours should relate to virtual delivery. Local support has also been expanded Each trainee will have 2 lines of support, a subject specialist and a local pastoral mentor. All core and option units are to be assessed as determined by the awarding body. However, the professional practice unit will be assessed by means of a portfolio which will evidence the meeting of all occupational standards, which is examined by a viva at the end of the course to ensure all occupational standards are sufficiently covered. The qualification does not have a minimum core, as Level 2 Maths and English are entry requirements and other relevant areas are embedded. This framework applies to all new Level 5 Plus programs from September 2024, and continuing programs, i.e. those that started before this date, remain unaffected. On the basis of this framework, awarding bodies are to write their qualification specifications, including their option unit offer, and then gain the approval of their academic board or Ofqual as appropriate. As always, questions may be directed to me, Howard Pilot, at the ETF. Email howard.pilot@etfoundation.co.uk. Thank you.